me see.
So
It always takes.
all of the kids are up, staying up till midnight, so there will be abundant background noise, and it is what it is.
That's okay because I've got a 4-month-old losing it in the background right now.
I,
Mom, pipe hunter, making a bottle, but until that bottle gets there, she'll be a little upset.
I can't hear her. But here's the thing: your audio is being piped through Zoom before they hear it.
Yeah,
My mic is wide open with no filters or anything.
mine
I
has the zoom filter.
I've tried to adjust that a little bit, and so far, I mean, I just haven't put. This is a temporary setup. I just haven't put the work in.
Um, I am loading up number two Savinelli 673, the swirly stem, with what is left of the 2015 Christmas cheer. And I have finished off 310s this week.
Holy cow!
The
That's a record. The League of the Keepers of the Briar, Doctor Bob's Nightmare. What's going on, guys?
uh, I have enough left of each one just to do my video review. But From Beyond, Carolina Christmas, and then 11th Day of Christmas.
Nice, dude.
What is going on, everyone? Happy New Year. We're not quite there yet, but I'm going to try to bring in the new year in. Try to bring the new year in correctly with a pipe. And actually, I broke out the good stuff. The Johnny Walker Blue for this one.
Ooh, I hear ya. I hear ya.
And actually, I want to show you this without spilling. Let me keep my hand here in case a little. I have.
Is that Christmas cheer?
Yeah, I have that much left, and it's not enough for even a quarter of a bowl. But I'm not throwing it out. I'll sprinkle it on top of something else.
Eat it.
Well,
Eat it.
dip in Christmas cheer.
Guys, I'm going to bring in the new year with a Foundation Cigars Olmec.
Nice.
It's good smoke.
I wanted to have a cigar, but uh, the pipes aren't so potent in this room. The cigars are a little bit more potent,
Right,
so
right. I
uh,
understand.
just for my household. But
Hey, Cody Homestead is in the chat. What's going
going
on,
on.
man?
So now I'm working on my tin of Irish Flake.
Nice. Sneak preview for the 6 people watching before we get too far into this. Pipe Philosophy, what's going on? Happy New Year's Eve, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and show this off, Hunter.
Go ahead.
We had sent to us a tin of Russian pipe tobacco. Notice the Cyrillic there. But this is not available in this market. I used Google Lens on my phone to translate this, and it looks like a very interesting blend. There's nothing on the internet written in English about this yet, so maybe me and the Pipe Hunter will be the first to review this in the English language. Chris, happy New Year's, my friend. Yeah, I really like. I like all the Foundation stuff, but the Olmec is a just a staple cigar. It's really good. I would like to keep some on hand indefinitely.
Um, so a little preview of that blend. When we do the podcast, we'll get into the who sent that over and a little bit more detail. We'll probably smoke it on the after party, and I'll probably have a full video review of that. I'm sure Dakota will as well.
Dr. Bob's Nightmare. The ingredient list is Virginia, Oriental, Latakia, Perique, and Cavendish. It doesn't say anything about Rustica, but for all I know, it is flavored with pickles, sardines, and vodka. I have no idea. We'll have to see.
So, Dakota, since I have you here and Chris is in the chat, there is minor news. This isn't a big deal kind of thing, but I think you all will think it's funny because we had a nice long talk about it a couple weeks ago. You know how I'm always hounding you on being a Zen guy, where I am a Velo Plus guy, and I've been having this conversation for a couple weeks now. We brought it up. Um, I switched back to Zen.
Aha! You've
Okay.
seen the light.
So let me explain. This is my Zen container. I hate Zen's packaging, so I
I'm
have
not
my
big on
own,
that either.
so I don't have to line it up and I can take them out while driving. This is why I switched. I like the taste of Velo better. I like the feel of it better. I like that I get 20 of them instead of 15, and I think they last longer in the mouth. But the one plus side that Zen has was enough to bring me back to Zen, and that is Velo Plus. When I was using them, made me feel tired and bogged down all the time. It zapped my energy, and I
Interesting.
thought it was. And I switched over to Zen, 6 milligram, the same nicotine strength. I noticed all of a sudden I wasn't like a slob. You know what I mean? Like I was keeping my energy levels.
That's right.
And I don't know what it was, but my body reacts better to the Zen than it
I'm
does the Pro Plus.
I'm all about the Ozempic.
Oh, I heard a new one today. What was it? Oh, I won't be able to remember. It was good though.
Somebody on one of these lives gave me a really good one, and I can't remember what it was. Might have been Chris. I don't remember who it was. Someone said a dandy.
So, Chris, I'm going to be trying the Alps soon because I didn't realize one of the local shops close to Dakota and I sold them. I thought we would have to get them online, which I planned on doing eventually. But they said they keep them in stock, so I'm going over there soon enough to try those, and I might switch to that. But at the moment, I'm on Zen just because they don't bog me down. Those Velo
What
crazy.
what in the world is going on in California? Dr. Bob's Nightmare says they only sell unflavored Zen in California, so I've never bought any. Well, I'll be honest. I would probably be fine with unflavored Zen. It's in your top lip.
You don't get
My goal is to not taste it, right? That's why the mint is nice, because if I taste anything, oh, that's it. Journey to the center of the earth. Maybe it was you, Pipe Philosophy. That's a dandy. That's a dandy right there, brother.
For me, when I start tasting the nicotine pouch, it means it's getting very saturated at that point, and it's time to spit it out. Not immediately, but as soon as I can actually actively taste it, it's getting close to the done point.
Yeah, I don't want to uh, actively taste it. And with the cool mint, if I do taste it, it's like a little hint of mint, and it's not anything like in any direction. Oh, it was mushroom leg. See, Pipe Philosophy. He's got the memory like an elephant.
Yeah, but that's a good guy because he could have taken the credit for that, but he refused to. He gave credit to.
Of course, he's an upstanding member of this community. He is a pillar.
Go. A few people on.
So,
Okay.
Hunter, how many 673s do you have?
Uh, oh gosh, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, something like that.
Okay, all right. Well, I found another presenter here on the YTPC, and his favorite blend is Haunted Bookshop. He smokes about 9 bowls a day, he says, and he has 16 673s, including one of the match's signatures.
Yep.
And he showed him off on a live earlier, and he is the Urban Hermit. He's a Canadian pipe smoker.
Oh, he was on Yusuf's live.
Yeah, same guy. He went live after Yusuf. I jumped on there, and he showed off his stuff. There's another Haunted Bookshop 673 guy. So, yeah, you got some competition. You're going to have to step it up. He's actually got one in the mail right now heading his way.
Man, I love them. They're probably the best pipe, I think. But I have been smoking a lot of pot-shaped pipes lately, and I picked up an old. Well, I've had it for a long time, but yesterday I grabbed an old King Woody pot-shaped I hadn't smoked in probably a couple of years, And I finished up the 10 of From Beyond, and it was a phenomenal experience. So I've been smoking a lot of the pot shaped pipes.
It's a good blend for a wide shape like that. That
Yes,
would work quite well.
it was really good. Let me show that pipe real quick.
Chris says he likes the flavors of the Nick pouches. It's like chewing gum or the old skull, etc. Hey, yeah. Chris says that him and Walt went on his live earlier this week. Sweet.
So I was looking for a K Woody White Briar Bulldog. This one specifically with the saddle bit.
I like it.
And it took me a long time to find one. A gentleman on the forum said, "Well, I've got this one and I've got this one. Which one is it?" I said, "Oh, it's that one." He goes, "All right, I'll send it to you for free." I was like, "Man, that's so awesome." You know what I mean? So he sent me the K Woody White Briar Bulldog. It's just a
Beautiful.
white to look like a Meerschaum, but it's not. He sent me this one too. They were both in there. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's phenomenal." And then there's the K Woody White Briar pot shaped pipe. And Dakota will know for a couple of years, me and this shape didn't really get along. But I was like, people love these shapes. I know it has to be user error. So this year I made it a point to kind of spend a lot of time with a few pot shaped pipes I have and get used to them. And I have. And I revisited this one yesterday for the first time in years. And man, it and From Beyond made a fantastic day. I probably had 6 or 7 bowls of From Beyond just in this.
It's fantastic. Blood Logos is in the chat. What's going on, brother? Me and Blood Logos played a game of Tarkov over the weekend. That was fun. Cheeky breaky. Chris says, "Put them away, Hunter. You're killing me."
I've been looking at vintage K Woodies this week because it's been a while. I used to collect those, and I was it a K Woody poker I sent you from eBay.
Mint. Mint. That was gorgeous.
I didn't know K Woody made a poker, and I was like, yeah.
No. That's not what you just sent me. It wasn't a K Woody poker.
Did I not send you a K Woody poker?
Hold on. I'll bring it up. I guess it's a poker, yeah. It's like a squared off Dublin more than anything.
No, okay.
It says poker billiard. I'll show the camera here.
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm used to stubby pokers.
Yeah, slightly different, but kind of poker.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. The Urban Hermit. Speaking of the devil, the Urban Hermit, you are in good company. Hunter's favorite blend is Haunted Bookshop in a 673. And here in chat we have Lukester, who is a giant fan of Haunted Bookshop, who also enjoys it in a 673.
I love to see the matches effect still going strong years later.
It's awesome. It really is.
He was onto something. I'm not a matches copycat. Obviously, I'm very different than him. But the Haunted Bookshop in a 673, you really can't beat that combo. I know that'll forever be like his trademark, but if it's good, it's good. Like I can't help it. You know what I mean?
Well, if nothing else, it's a way to keep his memory alive. It's not copying him or anything like that.
He used to go live every Friday night and smoke his 673.
Haunted Bookshop is the best, he says. It's good. It's good. I don't know if I'd call it the best.
No, it is.
It's good. I'm more of like an old Joe Krantz kind of guy.
Well, that's good too. But this one's really cool. I think the lighting's too tough in here to see, but this one has an extremely swirly stem to it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, dude. Beautiful.
And this one actually has a better mouthpiece than number one. The bit right there is just a little thinner and a little comfortable.
Yeah, the Urban Hermit says it is cold there. Well,
picking up here and just starting to snow.
Yeah, it was snowy here the other day, and then see, Chris has got it right. Old Joe Krantz for the win.
We're gonna have to set up a poll and see who likes a lot better. But I think Old Joe Krantz would probably win the popularity vote.
I like it better, but I mean, One thing I know about my preferences is that they are uniquely mine, and my preferences are usually never going to be the consensus across, you know, a set of people. Um, that being said, some of the stuff I really like, a lot of people like, but
So Chris is saying don't forget about Pegasus. So
I like
I,
Pegasus.
I've mentioned this before. Pegasus Haunted Bookshop in Old Joe Krantz is to Cornell and Deal what Early Morning Pipe 965 and Nightcap is to Dunhill. So
Absolutely.
Pegasus, that's your more mellow burly. You have your Haunted Bookshop, that kind of in the middle. Old Joe Krantz, just a little bit, of a step up.
So the Urban Hermit said that I saw a 673 collection tonight. I did. I seen his whole collection. Just incredible. Johnny is in the chat. What's up, nerds? Uh, yeah, we all like different tastes and likes, but then there's some stuff universally a lot of people like, and that's okay too.
Well, it's like the Haunted Bookshop guys do not always necessarily agree with the Old Joe Krantz guys, but the Haunted Bookshop guys and the Old Joe Krantz guys still agree on Pegasus. So that's like common ground. Everyone can agree on Pegasus. And I smoke more Pegasus than I have Old Joe Krantz, probably. But there's a time and place for each, and there's times when I want Old Joe Krantz over Haunted Bookshop. It just depends.
It hits my flavor profile and strength and everything a bit more attuned to my liking. I don't know. I like Haunted Bookshop. Don't get me wrong. I just don't gravitate towards it.
Look at Chris coming in being Switzerland over here. The only common consensus among all is we all love and appreciate smoking pipes.
Well,
Isn't
he's
that
not
true?
wrong.
That's
He's
true.
not wrong.
That's funny. So Dakota, there's a Cornell and Dill blend I knew the name of, but I couldn't tell you up until recently what it was. And someone I respected on one of the forums who I have similar taste in was smoking it, and I think I need to give it a try. And that is Cornell and Dill's Kelly Coin. Have you ever heard of that?
Kelly Coin?
Kelly's Coin.
Kelly's Coin.
It's I think 10 only, but it's a ribbon cut straight burley, I believe, kind of in the style of Haunted Bookshop, maybe some Old Joe Krantz.
No, I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
I've got one here I want to try soon. Riverboat Gambler. That's another. This is all Bob Radowski band blends. I don't know if Kelly's Coin is, but it should be in the same ballpark.
The Urban Hermit says that Old Joe Krantz is another staple of his.
So, Hermit, have you tried any of the alternative Old Joe Krantz, like Blue Label, White Label, Red Label?
That's interesting. I hear some people speak of it. I've never tried any of them but the original myself.
It's all I've ever had. I really enjoy it, and if that's all I ever had left to smoke, I'd be in great company. But
For those of you guys that didn't get to see it earlier, me and Hunter had this tin of Russian pipe tobacco sent to us, and very much looking forward to trying this.
yeah, Hermit, I've heard Riverboat Gambler's a stout one, so I've got a tin of that I'll be opening up eventually.
Well,
And
sounds
River,
more appealing to me now. You say something stout, and I'm like, okay.
but Hermit, since we seem to have very similar taste, if you haven't had it yet, one of my all-time favorite blends, and it's kind of one of those sleeper blends not a lot of people talk about, is Cornell and Deal's um, Easy Times. I've smoked a lot of Easy Times.
I haven't had that one.
We're going to. I'm going to get you a fresh tin. Then we're going to try that tin from 2004 that I have to compare it.
What's that even look like?
It's just a ribbon cut.
No, I mean the tin. Is it like a hockey puck? Is it bulged?
Yeah, let's find out. So that's when the label was on the top, not on the side.
Nifty.
And I can get some more light in here. Hold on. I don't know if that'll help much, but it's more bulged in person than what it shows on here. The top you can really, I don't think it's going to pick up on camera. but it's
Oh
like
yeah, oh yeah,
I don't know, it's pretty bulged, but still sealed.
that is cool.
For,
Johnny's doing a cool one this coming year. He says he is doing LJ Peretti blends. Um, LJ Peretti, they are quite well known for their burley stuff, and they have a lot of burley blends. It's been recommended to me that at some point I'm going to have to sample and try.
the one that I hear the most talk about is Cuban mixture.
Cuban mixtures is probably at the very top of my list of things I want to try.
I've got a few LJ Ferretti blends actually written down. Uh,
So Chris says he's going to work through his is that Kevin Byron venture?
Ken Byron.
Ken Byron venture seller this year. Let me know how that goes. I know he makes some very well respected Burley Morning Pipe and stuff like that blends. Another blender I haven't really dove into that I'd like to.
And I was talking to Walt on Instagram, and he suggested a couple different Yuli's blends to me. One is the Double O Burley blend, and then I can't remember what the other one is, but that Double O, I think I've got the name right. I have it written down, so if not, it's okay. But it's like a thick cube cut looking Burley. Looks great.
Interesting. I don't know if you read the comment, but the League of the Keepers of the Briar said that he loves some easy times, so he's certainly had some.
That was actually one blend I discovered prior to the Matches video, and then Matches did a video on it. But I've been a Cornell and Dill fan for years, and going through like smoking pipes, the tin art always popped out to me. It's my favorite tin art of any blend. And at the time when I was buying tins, they all had the really annoying warning label on it. So like 2018, 2019, went on the forum and I asked if anyone had a tin of Easy Times that didn't have the warning label on it. I said, I just want it for decoration. It could be empty. I'll trade you something. I'm more interested in the tin than the contents. And the guy's like, yeah, I've got first year from 2004 unopened. It's yours if you have something somewhat decent. And so I traded a tin of old Darkfire to Plug limited edition for it.
That'd be an attractive tin to own as well.
I've
Jo-
got one or two of those left.
Johnny says he has 7 of LJ Peretti's Burley blends sitting here as we speak. And Carolina Kirk is in the chat. What's going on, man? He is drinking Larceny wheat mash bill today, the wheated Larceny bourbon. I wonder how that's going.
I've got the Johnny Walker Blue for this special evening.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Back when I used to have money, I bought that a year or two ago.
You didn't buy that.
No, my wife bought it for me.
I did have a drink out of that bottle, though, on a very special occasion for me.
My jewelry guy got a drink out of that bottle too.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
Hey, Walt, on Instagram, we were talking about the Yuli's brand, and they had two Burley blends that you mentioned. I think one of them was Double Zero or whatever it's called. Can you give me the correct name of that blend and the other Burley blend that you recommended, if you can remember? But I'm always on the lookout for a really good Burley blend. I'm always on the lookout for a really good Virginia blend too.
I like both.
Well, I mean, I gotta say English. I smoke English blends too. It's getting to be that season. Um, I just finished the From Beyond. It wasn't what I expected it, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But um, now that I've had it, it didn't have quite the Latakia punch to it that I wanted. So now I need to open up in English with a little bit more give to it, and that's it. Yep, Double O and Perfect Plug.
Panhandle Piper's in the chat drinking Evan Williams Black Label. He says he's living large. I'm sure he's saying that tongue in cheek, but listen, Evan Williams Black Label is bourbon. It is fun. That's one of the beautiful things about bourbon is even entry-level bourbons are additive free, aged at least 3 years in virgin charred white oak barrels, and have a great mash bill. So
Hey, I smoke Evan Williams. 9 out of 10 drinks that I have is Evan Williams.
Chris says nothing fancy, but another fantastic pour. Some Woodford Double Oaked. So that's one of Nate King's go-tos. Nate King really likes that. He enjoys that one quite a bit.
Yeah, he
Uh,
was telling.
I've had that. It's a fine drink. Fine drink. The 1783 is fantastic. That's one of Hunter's
Mhm.
go-tos.
You recommended that to me, and tried that. Really happy with it. And Evan Williams bottled and bond too. I was really impressed by their bottled and bond. Old Granddad's bottled and bond is good.
I haven't seen any of the Evan Williams bottled and bond in a long time.
Still,
Fantastic drink.
still in the white label, I believe, or should be.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah, I I gravitate towards bottled and bonds. It's usually really good bourbon, like a very good value proposition typically.
Is it always like 100 proof?
Yeah, yeah.
Walt, thank you again for listing those two blends on here.
That perfect plug. Is he talking about Peterson's perfect plug?
No, Yuli's.
Yuli's. Okay.
And so they have other mixtures, but that was the two that Walt and I were discussing, the two Burley blends to at least start with.
Oh, so Panhandle has some Evan Williams bottled and bond. That's a good pour for the money too. So Johnny was a rye guy back in the day. Uh, and is that Islay scotches?
Yeah.
Is that the Highlands one or the other one? Love the funk. So that's the peaty ones, right?
I don't really know, to tell you the truth.
Ben Holiday soft red wheat is another regular. I haven't had that one.
Perfect Plug Burley was that Yuli's blend,
Okay.
Walt said.
Thanks, Walt. Always got my eye out for a new Burley blend. That's for sure.
You know, maybe it was the Perfect Plug Burley that was the large cube cut that I was talking about. Maybe it wasn't the double O blend, but anyhow.
Dr. Bob's Nightmare is making some coffee so he can pack another bowl. It sounds like a plan there. Cornell and Dill Canal Boat is a good cube cut Burley with Latakia. Boy, that does sound good.
I've been meaning to try that one. I don't think I have a tin of that though. I'm looking at the Riverboat Gambler. I don't think I've bought the tin of Canal Boat yet.
Johnny says, "Yes, sir. A very PT. I,
I like-
I haven't dove into Scotch nearly as much as bourbon, but he's the Urban Hermit says Cornell and Dill Burley Flake 3 and 4 are good. I know Hunter's a huge fan of 3. Cody Homestead says, is Sam McGough 1792 Flake better fresh or aged? I've only had it fresh. Had a bowl today, and I absolutely love it. It's a staple in my rotation. I've never had it aged. I cannot speak to that. It is Virginia's, though. It's dark Virginia's. It's not regular Virginia's, just that funky, strong Virginia's. But it should age well. I don't know the Tonquin bean topping. I don't know if how much that's going to die down, being a natural topping versus like a typical aromatic topping that dies back after age. So I'm not sure, but I love it fresh. I would like to try it with some age. I have a half-pound box that I might let age. We'll see.
Okay, Walt's coming in some more information on the Yuli's blends. That's good. Sweet and nutty, honest tobacco taste, pleasant smoke, cube cut and ribbon cut Burley. That's what I like.
Pipe philosophy. I've got 110 of that, and if that's still in stock, you better buy up on it because it's out of production.
But yeah, there it is. It just went through. I'm going to buy it up while it lasts.
Anyone like Cannon Plug?
Like the chewing tobacco?
I don't know what he's talking about. That's the only Cannon Plug I know of is the chewing tobacco.
if so, then yeah, the Cannon Plug chewing tobacco I really enjoy. It's hard to find though. I had the John Cotton Double Press Virginia, and it was good as like an everyday simple Virginia, but it wasn't a very complex Virginia.
Yeah, have not had that one.
Yeah, Cornell and Deal Red Burn. I've seen that one. The Squire carries it all the time, actually, but I've never tried it.
Interesting. You're not talking about the country squire. You're talking about the squire.
Yeah, the
Very,
Squire.
very interesting. 1792 Flake is Samuel Galwith. I don't know if that's what you're asking about.
And then, of course, you have the um, nasal snuff version of it from Samuel Gawith, Elmo's Reserve.
Yep, same exact blend in nasal snuff format. Uh, just an incredible experience being able to partake in both expressions of the same blend.
And if you guys want to, if anyone manages to get a hold of both the 1792 flake and the Elmo's Reserve, smoke the 1792 flake like half a bowl, then take the Elmo's Reserve snuff, and man, both at the same time, incredible experience.
Oh, Chris says he'll send us some Redburn. That'd be cool. I'd like to try some. Walt says that the Cannon Plug is either Samuel Galwith or Galwith Hogarth. That's what he was talking about. And Walt backs up the opinion and says that Redburn is great. I have not had it. I'm trying to picture. Let me Google it. I know I've heard the name. I cannot remember what it looks like or anything.
They carry Redburn and Red Stag, I think is the name of it both. One Red Stag has the deer. Red Burn, I gotta look it up too now.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, it's a similar color red, but it has the ship on it. That's right. Okay.
Ah, okay. That almost looks like a Captain Earl's
It kind
graphic, doesn't it?
it almost does. I've never made
Yeah.
the
Hey! What's going on, Bruno and off? Thank you so much for stopping by.
403.
409 in Austria, yeah?
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the laptop. It's a few minutes behind. Yep. My laptop, I correct the time, and within a week, it's still lagging 5 or so minutes every. I don't know why, but it always does this.
Johnny says Redburn's a good one. Rum and Burley.
That's,
Hey! A very happy new year to you, Brutal. Hope 26 is treating you well so far, my friend. We still have 50 minutes. I don't know what it's like in the future. We're on the East Coast, obviously.
you all might not like this, but your kids are gonna love it.
Is that the guitar scene?
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah, yeah.
He does Johnny Be Good, and they love it.
The guy injures his hand, so he's got to step in and play guitar, and he does Johnny Be Good.
And then he breaks into basically like Eddie Van Halen Eruption style, and they're like, "What?"
The League of the Keepers of the Briar says Red Stag is spicy. It's good. Redburn is a crumble cake of burley. That does sound good. Walt just put some Engine 99 soaked in rum and molasses in a press. Wowzers, that sounds interesting.
That's not the one that has deer tongue in it, is it? There's several engine number, insert whatever number blends. One of them has deer tongue. I don't know which one is which though.
Chris says Redburn loves a cob. I'll keep that in mind. Cody says, what about, is it Bothy or Boothy Flake? I haven't had that one.
Bothy Flake. So Walt sent me a sample of that I need to try very soon.
Is that one of the ones I just bought on the Drop Hunter? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I was trying to get a tin of that, but I haven't had it.
I think if I remember right, I have it in a jar to preserve it. I think it has a whiskey top note to it, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, so engine 382 has the deer tongue. That's the only one I'm going to shy away from. Uh, I had deer tongue years ago in a couple different blends. Gentleman Caller, the Bing Crosby blend, crooner, didn't like it. Waited a couple of years, tried Gentleman Caller, crooner, one of them again here on the live, and
It was
my
Crooner, I think.
somewhere it was a honest reaction. Me and Deer Tongue don't get along. I
Hold,
tried.
hold on, guys. I'll show you his deer tongue face. It's priceless.
Oh man, and that was an actual like the moment I was smoking it. I mean, it was just people's like, oh, it's vanilla like. Man, I just don't get vanilla out of it. Smoky Stash. Cameron is in the house.
Hey, Cameron, this is Hunter's deer tongue face. He loved it. It was so good.
I was hoping you had both of those there. That's great. Jeez. But no, I wanted to like deer. I really did. And I feel a little jealous for those who do enjoy it because it just was not for me. Um, well, that does it for me.
Johnny's over it.
And I guess not because I don't like deer tongue.
That's funny, dude.
I just can't do it. I tried. I gave it a couple different blends, and man,
So, another Samuel Garth blend that actually Johnny sent us was Best Brown. Uh, Cody, you're asking about different flakes and stuff. I've only tried one bowl of it, but it was quite delicious. Of course, I love the full Virginia flake. And then I got a lot of the Garth Hogarth stuff on hand too. The dark bird's eye, stuff like that. I really enjoy all of it. So if that's something that interests you, like specifically the Samuel Garth stuff, everything I've had, I have enjoyed. I've kind of stayed away from the Lakeland Essence stuff. So as far as that goes, the only thing Samuel Garth I had that I didn't like was the Kindle chocolate whatever, not the Bob's chocolate, but the other chocolate.
the
Um,
Sam's Mayor, whatever it's called,
yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that,
me either. That's the
but
only Gawith that I did not enjoy.
recently Hunter got some Skiff mixture back in his possession. Have you smoked that yet?
Oh yeah, man.
Dude, you're making a big hoo-ha about it. Like, I am conquering this blend,
I don't
and
know how I want to go about it. If I want to do that on a live or make like a video or actually like spend some time smoking it, do a review. I don't know because I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I'm having like Vietnam flashbacks. I wasn't even there scared. You know what I mean?
hey, Cody, that's why we're here, and not just us, everybody in chat too. Don't be afraid. There is no wrong questions. Ask away. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, based on comments on my own Capstan Blue video and people's reaction to it, that is one to age. I know Johnny here was specifically one of the guys that told me that it does phenomenal with some age on it. So the Capstan Blue, I just polished off a tin of that a couple weeks back. Does really good with age. The 1792 flake, I do not know, but I love it fresh. I do know that. It's a little moist, a little wet, fresh. So what I've been doing is popping a tin and just resealing it and letting it sit around a month or two to dry out very slowly, very naturally, and it does really well like that. Um, and I'm not sure about the Boothie flake, so I'm not sure about that age. I would Google it and see what the consensus is. I'm sure there's a forum entry somewhere on the internet where someone with a lot more experience with those blends than me have a very strong opinion, and they are probably not wrong. That being said, anything with age, this is something Hunter said to me before, and it was in regards to something like a Scudo, but it's going to be true with any pipe tobacco. If you don't like it fresh, you're probably not going to love it aged. So if it's something you've never had before, maybe try it fresh and you'll know if it's something that you want to stock up on and age. So there's nothing wrong with that.
And I think Lukester has a great point. Try it fresh and then put some in a mason jar to age. Um, I was bad when I first started cellaring about having all these blends that I never tried and then buying more and then, you know, try the blend before you buy a lot of it. You know what I mean? Try it fresh, throw it in a mason jar. Don't worry about whether it's in a mason, a tin. That's really not important, you know. So the first time you get it, open it up, try a bowl, see what you think. If you like it fresh, smoke it, get some more to age. If it's okay, but maybe not quite your style yet, you know, hold on to it for a couple of years, come back to it. Between it aging and maybe your palate developing or your palate changing, because it will change, you might find it enjoyable. But if you really don't like it, not going to love it later on. It might get better, more enjoyable, but there's so many great blends out there. Look for the stuff that you really enjoy fresh and that ages well instead of, you know, trying to buy things that, well, it'll be good in the future. You know what I mean?
The Urban Hermit signing off, guys. So happy New Year to you, sir. Thanks for stopping by, man, and we'll catch you again
We'll
next time.
we'll see you on the next one.
So Chris keeps about 10 tins of Capstan Blue on hand. So yeah, that's enough to enjoy now and cellar for later. Now here's real quick. If you didn't see my video on Capstan Blue, I can kind of sum it up real quick. I thought Capstan Blue was an exceptional Virginia. It was really good. The issue was the price point. I did not find it all that dissimilar to other bulk Virginia flakes for a much more affordable price. So I really enjoyed it. Hell, I'll say I loved Capstan Blue. It's just a lot of money for a little bit of uniqueness, in my opinion. I hope everybody tries Capstan Blues. It's going to be a lot of people's favorite blends out there.
And
For me, it didn't. But because of what Johnny said and a few other people, I'm going to buy some specifically to age now, and compare it in that way. Go ahead, Hunter.
a good example of kind of what I was talking about is I have, I think, 8 ounces of Wessex Gold Brick, which is just a bright Virginia plug essentially. And hard to get, love Virginia tobacco, so I bought 2 bricks of it. And one of those bricks I took a little bit off to try and smoked it fresh. Maybe gave you some, like 2 ounces of it. But anyways, it was good. Okay, I liked it. It wasn't amazing though. Um, Age, it might get better. You know what I mean? I don't think it will completely transform. I'm not saying it's bad. It's a very good quality Virginia. But there's so many Virginias that I like better fresh that I know I will also love aged that I'll enjoy what I have. But I'm probably not going to buy any more of the Wessex Gold Brick just because, you know, for that same money I would rather have like a tin of Escudo, for
I,
instance.
I liked it. It had a little uniqueness to it, but you it's one of those ones you're paying a premium for it. There's no doubt about it. Um, it Here's the thing. Also, when we're talking about Virginias, as far as like Danish style Virginia flakes or European style Virginia flakes, pressed heat pressed Virginias, right? Um, there are bulk options available, lots of them actually, for a ridiculously good price that are delicious. Um, so for some of my blends I really like, let's say a Burley Flake. Okay, Burley Burt sent me this, or I wouldn't have it. This is out of production; it's unobtainable. But something like this, or Wessex Burley Slice, there are no bulk options. Period. If I want a nice European Burley Flake, I'm having to pay a premium price. Not so for the Virginias. There's some similar affordable Virginias out there that for me is very compelling. I bought a whole bunch of the Sutliff 507C Virginia slices before it was all out of stock, because it's a not the best Virginia, but a good Virginia flake, and I was getting it at $48 a pound.
uh, Homestead, you just have to shop around a little bit. There's usually drops, and the way it works now is usually like smoking pipes, pipes and cigars will get their shipment first. After that, within a few days or a week, other shops that are smaller but equally as great, and if not better, such as Smoking Bay or Nova,
Nova.
theirs. So just keep your eye out on a few different places, and when there's a drop, if you look, usually you can find some.
It's so some of the more obscure stuff that doesn't sell well will be available somewhere all the time. But if it's something like full Virginia flake or something like that, you might have to wait and wait for a drop. And one of the easier ways to do that is go to one of the websites that you like, and click on that notify me when in stock, and then you got to jump on it quick. So maybe have a few dollars put back for those instances, and that's the way to do it.
When they drop, there's not a lot of heads up. Usually, Galwith, whether it's Samuel Galwith or Galwith Hogarth, several drops a year for each. Typically, I don't come up with the rules here. I can just tell you what I've seen in the past. But like Dakota said, have the money ready to go because there's not really a lot of heads up, and it could be at any time. So
One of the things, though, is one of the bigger companies, right? Smoking pipes, pipes and cigars, when they do their drop and the whole website shut down because everyone's, like Black Friday sale fighting like a doorbuster to get in there, you will know your smaller shops will have that same drop in the next day or two. So that might give you a little bit of an idea of an angle to approach it, and that's just possibly. It's not written in stone, but it's a possibility.
hiking, and who was it that mentioned earlier? The League of the Keepers of the Briar. Rest in peace. We lost a lot of good blends in 2025. I think he's talking about hiking, and we lost some of the best Burley blends ever made. HH Burley Flake. We lost.
Even some of the cheaper burley stuff, like Amphora burley, is gone.
So really, the only Burley blends left in this specific genre, and I guess really would be European Burley Flakes, is Wessex Burley Slice, and then if you can find it, and if you're willing to pay for it, Solani H Burley Flake. But
Yeah, if Ravenwood does another drop of the old burley bear, that's a potential in the future to look forward to.
as good as it gets, you have to be. That's one you have to be on the money with it. I mean, you have to be ready to buy right.
A-
That's
HU Nashville County kind of scratches that itch for me. I just ordered some more from Nova last night, and it's affordable. It's a 100 gram tin for $20, so regular size tin for $10. Um, it's a Burley Virginia, but it's delicious. If you like those Burleys I was speaking of, that's one that potentially you'd really enjoy as well.
and Homestead. If you want to give send Carolina Kirk a message there, sounds like he's got you covered on where to find the Galwith. And those are two amazing Galwith blends: the Four Virginia Flake and the St. James, which is a Perique, Virginia Perique Vapor. That'd be a great place to start. 209 says Amphora Cavendish, the only Amphora still around. If it's even around,
It's out of production as well, I'd assume, and just no one's bought it.
one that I smoked several pouches of back in the day that I really enjoyed was the Amphora Virginia. It was, blended by Per Jensen, but it was just a very simple Virginia blend that was great. Kind of like the Legacy series, different in taste, but it was just smooth, perfect moisture, absolutely no bite. You could freight train it, but it was a Virginia all the way. It was really good for what it was.
Tom, Porch Piper Tom, was going to check a local shop and see if they had any of the Amphora Kentucky, because it's getting hard to find. Like, yeah, that's one I never tried. Chris says Old Burley Bear restock is coming first quarter 26. See, I want to have money ready for that because I would like to buy several tins of that. I thought it was just an absolutely phenomenal blend. Not great, I mean phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
as good as Burley gets, that kind of blend. And this is coming from Burley guys. This is top notch stuff.
So, Johnny, the only amphora I've had was the amphora Burley, and I'll be honest, it's a little rough around the edges. It's it's not as refined as some of these other ones. That being said, it's very flavorful and burns slow. It's like a broken flake or a ready rub, however you want to word that. And I thought it was delicious. So I got a question for the League of the Keepers of the Briar. He says Bison Burley. I think that's when we were talking about Burley flakes. Is Bison Burley a flake?
No, I think Bison Burley is a ribbon cut that he has. That's the
Okay.
one that Cameron smokes in the morning typically.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, I believe it's ribbon cut. He sent me a small sample of that.
Cameron says Old Burley Bear is definitely top tier. I really, guys, in its category, I think it's one of the best ones out there out of any categories because that is my category, obviously. It's just phenomenal. So, Brutal Enough says, mix the Burley and Kentucky for a 50-50 best blend ever. Oh my goodness, that sounds good.
It does sound good.
That sounds good. I tried mixing a little bit of the Amphora Burley with the Wessex Burley Slice, see if I could water down the Wessex a little bit, make it go further. It didn't work that great. It was, together, was not as interesting as either blend on their own. So, Sonoran Slinger, what's going on, man? How are you doing?
He
Good to see you in here.
he changed out the stem on one of his Savinellis. I think one of the 311s, and man, the combination of the stem and the pipe looked great.
He's got several of them. He's another 311 enthusiast. Do like my 311.
There we go.
Both of them. Both of them. I got the Christmas one sanded up, ready to go as well. I keep saying Christmas, but I need to actually call it the Saint Nick edition
I'd say the same thing.
and not the Christmas edition because they have an actual Christmas edition pipe which costs like $600. So I guess technically it's the Saint Nick edition.
I didn't realize they actually had a Christmas pipe. I thought it was just the Saint Nick.
Yeah, yeah, they did. It was like 600 made. I don't know if those numbers are right. Don't quote me. I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah. My very first Savinelli was a 2014, or was it 2015? I don't know. It's Billiard, maybe a 207. And one of the better smoking Savinellis I actually have. So I'm really glad that the first one was an exceptionally good one. Yeah, Chris said Savinelli. Christmas is big bucks.
Walt says buy it. Lukester's got a good point. He's got the 311 Oceano. How do you say that?
Uh,
He says it would look sick if he stained it black. That would look cool.
I think you're saying it right.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Roma Lucite 311. Do they make them?
I've seen a Roma 311. I don't believe I've seen a Roma Lucite 311. I looked not too long ago, just a week or two ago. They do have I know they have a Roma 320 and I think a Roma Lucite 320. That was cool. Completely different shape, but I remember that.
The Urban Hermit that was in here earlier has a real nice 320. I can't remember which edition. It was gifted to him. It was very nice. Walt says he gave one to Sow Dog. Yeah, I remember seeing that now.
Let me look it up now. We'll see.
There's a lot of cool pipes out there, guys. There really is. I smoked my Bing's favorite earlier before we got on this live, and it smoked fantastic. This smooth Bing's favorite is sleek and elegant and smooth operator, man.
So Dakota, based on what I see, the 311, they only have the Roma line, which the difference between the Roma and the Roma Lucite is the Roma has just the black vulcanite stem.
All right.
They do have the 310 Roma Lucite, which is essentially the same pipe, but the rim of the pipe, instead of being curved in like a 673 is, it's this way. So instead of going in, it goes out essentially.
Right.
Kind of like a
I don't see those very often.
I don't know how I explain that. It tapers up instead of tapering in. Let me say it like that.
So Panhandle says a Roma Lucite 373 is his dream pipe. I'll have to
Well, look it up.
I'll have to look that one up.
What'd you say? 373.
373. I'll have to look that one up. Brutal Enough says just got me a Nos Peterson Amundsen. I'm sure I butchered that. I'll have to look that up, Chris. I'm not sure, buddy.
How'd you find that new old stock? That's pretty cool. I'm not seeing anything for the three. Oh, that's because I didn't type it incorrectly. That would be me.
Sonoran Slinger says those Bing pipes are the first semi-church warden pipes I've looked at and liked. Yeah, I've seen them before, but it wasn't until some of the people in the community here started having them. The Georgetonian gent, Porch Piper Tom's got them, a few people, and I was like, man, they were clenching them, and they just look light and comfortable. And they are. I'll tell you the one thing, though, if you clench like I do, this thing, most of my pipes are pretty short and stubby. That's my usual go-to, you know? And this thing is long. You put this thing in there and you start walking around, you got to be careful you don't ram that down your throat because you'll start bumping it into everything.
Um, Panhandle Piper. Did you mean a 673 Roma Lucite? I'm thinking that's what he meant.
Oh, if he meant a 673, then you've come to the right place because Hunter might just have a couple. He might have one in his hand right now.
I just might, and I wish I had my lighter on hand. What'd I do with that thing? Dang, another one bites the dust. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna be all moving all over the place, but we're
Sonoran Slinger says he's not a fan of the 310. I feel like the 311 really set the standard for pokers. I'm just over the moon happy with the 311 shape. I could not be happier. They smoke so daggone well.
I mean, I'd take a 310, but the 311 does look better, not gonna lie.
I just yes, Panhandle said he meant the 673. So you cannot get it in Roma Lucite, but just out of affordability, you can get a Rossi 8673 and have a 673 shape for, you know, what are they, Hunter? $80 or so?
Yeah, the my first 673 was a Rossi 673, and it smokes the Inferno is what I call it.
Johnny, I thought I knew you, brother. I thought you were like a decent human being and stuff.
It all kind of makes sense now.
It does. Some stuff is just falling in place. Oh, brother.
But yeah, get a Rossi 673.
Oh, I know what Brutal's talking about. Okay, Brutal, you're gonna have to make a video, man. I want to see that. The Arctic Explorer. They made a replica of his pipe. That is so cool. That is so cool. Johnny says, "Nah, I'm an asshole." But you're our asshole, Johnny.
We know, but we like it.
Let me grab that Rossi 673 8673.
Yeah, my first 673 was a Rossi, the Vittoria line, which they no longer have, but rusticated, solid black, vulcanite stem. For years, this was my most smoked pipe until I got my first Savinelli 673 Roma Lucite. Now this is my second most smoked pipe, but the Inferno, because it smokes everything so beautiful. And this thing's been all over the country with me. I'm talking everywhere I went, it went.
So there is a, like he was saying, a 673 that's affordable from the Rossi line. It's 70, $80. And I don't remember. I don't even know how to say it. Rubino Etico. I don't know. But good looking pipe for the money, guys. It smokes great. I like it.
Yeah, the I actually prefer. I'm talking to Chris here. He just commented. Chris says that they replaced the I can't even think, Vittoria line with the Mezzanotte line, all blacked out. And really, the only difference is the Vittoria was filterless,
That's
but
like the Mezzanotte, right?
yes. And so the only difference really is the Mezzanotte has the 6 millimeter filter, but you can throw an adapter in it, which is how Savinellis typically are. So that's just as well.
Um, Hunter, is that an Arthur shape?
Uh, the author shape to me, author, I can't think what it is. It's more of a that's a Prince I'm thinking of. I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
know what shape a six
I've
seven
heard
three is.
it's between a bulldog and a Rhodesian is typically what people call it. And the author shape I think is a little bit more 320 like.
I have a Rossi 8320 in that big M word that is this color.
Yeah.
It's great. My only problem with the 320, and Johnny has a solution to this. My only problem with the 320, because I really like the proportions and the way it smokes, is the mouthpiece tapers steep, and it's very thick to clench. But he has the Army mount one with the fancy stem, and I can't ever remember what he calls it. But yeah, he's got a beautiful one there. Johnny says Rossi pipes are great. I have the 8614, and it smokes just as well as my 7LE 614.
Yep. So my 8673 smokes as well as the Savinelli version, and then I have a Rossi 8122 smokes just as well as my Savinelli 122. And just so those listening understand, the only difference between the Rossi and the Savinelli when they use the numbering system is the Rossi has an 8 in front of it. So for instance, a 673 would be a Savinelli 673, and an 8673 would be a Rossi 673.
Correct. Leaf and Briar is in the chat. I don't know if you guys seen his most recent video. Uh, Beautiful hike he was on. Just incredible scenery. That is where you want to smoke a pipe. Chris comes in with the clutch. It's the Eleganza. Yeah, so the 320 and the Eleganza would definitely be one I'd keep my eye out on, because the briar proportions of the 320 is fantastic, and then the the piece on the stem on the Eleganza corrects the problem I have with it. Leaf and Briar, shout out to all my YTPC brothers and sisters. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope everyone's doing well. 20 minutes to go until 2026, and I believe it's going to be a good year, guys.
Yeah, Luxor says the Rhodesians have a triangle stumble and the Bulldogs have a round one. I
I
believe.
think you got that backwards. I believe you got that backwards, Lukester.
I've heard something like that before. It has to do with the shank, maybe.
Yeah, so most people would consider this Peterson 80S a bulldog, and then my Bones chubby Rhodesian has the round shank. But that being said, some manufacturers would even call this diamond shank a Rhodesian. So there's all kinds of hobnob about this. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me at all.
Another way the 673 is in between is it has the triangle shank per se, but the top is rounded, whereas the sides are what you would call,
Yeah.
angle.
When I was getting into these Canadians, guys, the difference between a Canadian and a lumberman, the only difference is the Canadian has the oval flat shank, and the lumberman has, am I saying this right? The round pencil shank, right? Or is that a Liverpool? Oh, I'm done. I'm done with this stuff, guys. You can get so nuanced with this stuff.
The lumberman, I believe, has the oval flattened shank, and I think
No, 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 no. The Canadian does because this 801 is certainly a Canadian.
I just smoked the darn things, man. I can't.
I can't keep up with all of it.
But look, we never claimed to be like super knowledgeable, piped, extreme
No,
detail.
you're supposed to know this stuff. I'm supposed to be the entertainment. I'm.
I know tobacco well. Pipes, I know what I like. It smokes good or it doesn't smoke good. I like the look of it. I don't like the look of it. And Chris says the 999 is a bent Rhodesian. I guess. Like Chris is the pipe guy. He's got the pipe.
Chris is the pipe guy.
See, we needed Chris because we're not knowledgeable enough on pipes.
Well, Lukester, apparently you are in good company.
Yeah, that's it, Saran. Slinger, we just smoke the damn things.
I'm very caveman brained. You know, if someone accused me of being a smooth brain, you know what I mean?
I mean, I got a little pipe knowledge. I'm not totally green with the pipes, but
I put the fire to the leaf and put the smoke in my mouth, and like if I get that far, I'm doing really well. I tell you what, though, I don't always feel like the smartest man in the room, but when I do, I'm at work. I'll just throw that out there. Here we go, guys. I need a smaller pipe. Hot damn.
reminds me what that Louisiana senator said, Kennedy. I think Kennedy was his name. I'm not saying you're the stupidest person ever, but I'd be really worried if the stupidest person died.
Talking about the Kennedys, I am reading a new book called The Devil's Chess Match? Devil's Chessboard? Hold on. The Devil's Chessboard. Talking about the CIA and the assassination of Kennedy and everything. Crazy.
I just started reading yesterday the autobiography of George Mueller, who was a Prussian-born evangelist preacher who moved to Bristol, England, and intense prayer life, and started an orphanage that saved thousands of kids or something. Incredible guy, but he talks about in his autobiography his favorite thing to do is like wake up in the morning and spend 6 hours in prayer or something like that. And he talked about one time he stopped the sermon halfway through because he felt like the message was coming from him, not God. And he's like, well, this ain't doing it. We're just going to stop there. We're going to pray instead. And I was like, well.
Honey, you want to come say hi to everybody?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
I have never had any luck doing that.
Well, I think she's looking beautiful tonight, so.
Well, thank you, but I'm disheveled.
No, that's funny. Lukester says the old codgers at his local shop were arguing over if his Boswell, if it was a poker or a stovepipe. I love it. I dig sheet. Happy New Year's all.
Happy New Year's.
You, man.
Hope you're doing well.
If I could quit talking, I might be able to keep this pipe lit.
Good luck. Sonoran Slinger said, Happy New Year's, love.
Happy New Year.
And notice, I don't have any female undergarments hanging anywhere this evening.
Sorry to put you on blast about that last week.
Well, I'm just sorry that this had to be a NSFW moment on the live for everyone without the warning. But
oh, come on. Everyone's seen a Sears catalog.
they ain't seen a Sears catalog look this good. What are you talking about? Super Balkan.
Who makes that?
No idea. I've heard it though.
Well, I wasn't joking in the Urban Hermits Live when I said that you have tried more blends than anyone else I know. I mean that, dude. You really have, and I'm trying to catch up.
Maybe Jim Inks, and that is a maybe because Walt still might have the win on that one. Um, man, well, here's the thing.
Oh,
There we go.
it's a Cornell Dill blend. Interesting. Lee from Breyer says he plans on wearing a pair like a mask later and running through the woods. Hey, as long as you make a video, I'm down. That'd be great.
So, if you have a second, I want to tell you my analogy for From Beyond that I've been thinking about on how to explain this blend.
Lay it on me.
Okay. So, it's an Oriental forward blend, but it smokes like a heavy English, but it's not really a heavy English. So, when you think of an Oriental blend, an Oriental forward English blend, I'm thinking of something like Early Morning Pipe, Squadron Leader, maybe Presbyterian mixture, right? But these are lighter, airier. You know what I mean? Whereas this is like a heavier Oriental forward. And I don't know how to explain that, but it's like this was a heavy English blend at one point, but the Latakia is aged so much, it's gotten so smooth and creamy, it no longer smokes like Latakia. It just gives a lot of body to the flavor profile.
Right.
And so you don't really get the taste of the Latakia so much as you do the effects of how it changes the smoke. And so it's like a heavy bodied Early Morning Pipe or a very heavy bodied Presbyterian or Squadron Leader. It's so weird. You know what I mean? It's not a heavy English, but it's not a light Oriental forward one either. It's this
Yeah, so
weird like Franken mixture.
it's not light in flavor, it's soft. Those flavors are soft in that one, if that makes sense. Chris says he just snagged a Rossi Sarah 8 through 11 from our buddy Cal over at Nova on his site. 10% off. Guys, that's still going on right this second. If you hurry up, I ordered some stuff last night from Kyle.
Nice.
So do check out Nova Pipes and Tobacco. I dig sheet. I just picked up a 925 inlay pipe and a new merch with 925 band and a merch cigar holder with a bakelite stem.
Love those.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
The only thing is with that, you just got to make sure you have the cigar that'll fit that holder.
I haven't had that Latakia Flake Slinger. Wonder how that is. Sounds good.
But yeah, I need to come up with better words when I do the review. But From Beyond, it's different.
Shoot,
like-
words are hard, man. Cameron just cracked Midnight Dreary, James's first blend that he released a few years ago. It's an amazing English made with some great old leaf, including Syrian Latakia. Now we're talking. So when I fell in love with Latakia, it was all maybe not all, but a lot of it was, Syrian. So
It used to be that you could find HH Syrian. Was it flake? Yeah, HH. So it would have been a flake. HH Syrian flake, like everywhere.
yeah, I never had that one. Yeah, Brutal. I believe he's talking about a merchant service, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I would say so.
So there's a merchant service Bing's favorite type shape that's really cool.
It's actually more accurate to the pipe that Bing's favorite, or that Bing Crosby smoked.
Right.
Yes. Bing's favorite is loosely inspired by what Bing Crosby smoked. And I love a Bing's favorite, don't get me wrong, but it is a loose interpretation of it. The merchant service being on point. Sorry, Johnny.
That's the only one I got. I did get a Germain's blend as well. By the time I figured it out, though, half of it was gone, and I still did not get to try the Stonehaven. One of these days, maybe I'll get to try it. It sounds good.
But this winter, I think we are going to have the Penzance on the podcast.
That is. Leaf and Briar's got a Buffalo Trace store pick. I am so jealous. What proof is that bottled at, Leaf and Briar? I wish we could get store picks around here. That'd be so cool. Chris says the merchant service Lavat is really nice. Cameron says just put a post up on the gram. It was a fun one. I'll check that out.
Yeah, if you all have Instagram and you have not already, you have to check out Cameron's Instagram, Smoky Stash, for the best pipe photography.
Yeah, best photography in the game, bar none. Johnny says, still didn't answer my question. Walt says me. Johnny, I'll put it this way. If I knew it beforehand, I wouldn't have settled for a Virginia Esoterica blend. I would have that Stonehaven blend that I've been wanting to try. So it was not me, my friend. Oh, Johnny has the merchant service Lavat. Man.
There's a
103. Oh, that sounds good.
second generation YTPC member, blue collar pipe smoker, real nice guy. I can't think of his name. He has an Instagram that's really nice, and he has a lot of merchant service pipes. And man, what a beauty! All of them. They look fantastic. They really do.
Okay, so I dig Sheet said he was talking about a mirror. So, gotcha. I know Brian Levine really likes those Lavats. I've never owned one, but I mean that's in the same realm as my Canadians and Lumbermans, right? That's kind of in that sphere. So
Yeah, I think so. Doesn't
six.
Lavats have the shorter stem?
Chris would know. Chris
Well,
will let us know.
the stem might be longer, but the actual well, yeah, the stem itself, not the shank, but
Right.
the stem.
Gotcha. Maybe. So 6 minutes till midnight, guys. Hunter, what time you got to go? Everybody, Hunter's got to bounce a few minutes early.
I gotta go. I gotta meet the wife for the midnight.
All right. Hunter, happy 2026 to you.
Thank you, thank you. That was the last pipe of 2025. A fantastic year, filled with many fantastic smokes, and many smokes shared with everyone here. And man, I think 2026 is going to be a fantastic year that I cannot wait for. But until then, I will see you all next time. Keep smoking, keep puffing, keep enjoying. Cheesy catchphrase. Ah.
All right, guys, we are going to stick around for the last few minutes here till midnight. It is 5 till. Hope everyone's doing well, having a wonderful night. Everybody, if you're going to drive, please stay safe. There's going to be idiots out there tonight that should not be driving. Sonoran Slinger's living in the past. He says it's only 10 p.m. there. Johnny, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your pizza, my friend. I really appreciate you. Yeah, guys, it's been a really good year for me. I've got a lot of stuff done. I've planted a lot of seeds that's really growing into the new year of 2026, and I cannot wait to see what becomes of it all. So Slinger says the missus is bartending and the kids are sleeping. Walt says amateur hour. All right, Walt's got the bourbon in him. Shots fired. Oh man, shots fired. Walt has a great pour tonight. He has the Larceny, the Wheater, the wheat mash bill Larceny. So we will look for that at our local shop. Don't know if I'll ever find it, but if I can, I will, and I will let you know what I think about it. All right, guys, it is about 3 minutes till midnight, and this is not the doomsday clock, 11:59. I bet the doomsday clock's even closer to midnight. Cody, yes, more snuff reviews. We'll do some right now, my man. This is Freyberg and Trayer High Dry Toast. This is now produced by Wilson's of Shero Regular. And this is a beautiful, very fine dry toast. I don't want to make a mess. It's everywhere. They overfill these. Yeah, no, in all honesty, Cody, I have plenty of stuff to do content on, and just everything has been so demanding. I'm certainly going to do more snuff reviews in the future. Walt says he means the drivers out tonight are amateur drivers and drinkers. They drink tonight in the fourth. No, the valid point. Valid point. Oh, yeah. If anyone else is interested in doing snuff reviews, let me know and it'll motivate me. Maybe I'll get some more of that out. I enjoy snuff. One of the problems with doing snuff reviews for me is I enjoy snuff. I don't enjoy doing a lot of snuff, so it's sparingly. And the flavors I get from snuff is hard for me to go into as much detail as, let's say, a cigar or pipe tobacco. So after I give like initial impressions, like this High Dry Toast is a light sandalwood, toasty. After I get past some of the initial flavors, I'm like, there it is. That's the snuff reviews. So I don't have a good format to pursue snuff reviews, and it's hard for me to continue talking about them at length. It is 11:59 and 23 seconds. And yes, 2026 for us on the East Coast. Anyway, we'll be here momentarily. Hope everybody has had a great night. Thanks to everyone for stopping by. Like I said, stay safe if you're going to be on the roads. Have fun. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, guys. Words are not my friend. Appreciate everyone for stopping by and being a part of this community. You guys are the best community on the planet, and you are much appreciated. Chris says that's kind of how snuff is. The initial is what it is, and it doesn't change much. That's pretty much it for me. If I take snuff and I walk outside, sometimes it'll hit me slightly different. Or if it's been sitting for a little bit and it's died down and like it shifts a little bit, I might get a little bit more nuance. But there's not a ton of depth with snuff for me to go into. And so, yeah. Happy New Beers. That High Dry Toast, guys, if you take it too aggressively, it goes right to the back of your throat. It's very fine. This will be my last one for tonight. I think this is beer number 3, Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. It was a good beer. So, hope everybody has a wonderful night. Guys, I am going to shut this thing down. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy New Year. This goes out to 2026. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Captain Burley Slice